Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and here we are in Abu Dhabi for the third last round of the World Racing League's Championship. Now I enter this race with a possibility of taking the championship. I have a 53-point margin over rival Zenith, so if I can keep the lead over 50 points, or indeed exactly 50 points I believe, I can wrap it up. As we approach turn 1, I've started from third position and I've laggy taken out the Marusha of Dubsy, and all of a sudden, bam, I've been spun out, I think, by Snickers, but I can't be totally sure. So there I'm not sure what's happened, and there I'm not sure what's happened either. Firstly, I have damage to my diffuser. Secondly, I went to readdress for Dubsy, who I'd lag spun before, and he ran to the back of me and then pushed me wide. But on his screen that was complete lag, and I lost my wing, so we both had to make a pit stop at the end of that lap, and this has become a recovery drive to maximise my points. And with that diffuser damage, the rear end was just a mess for the rest of the race, and it became very difficult to catch anyone. And but as we see, we've caught Cena, who's made a pit stop. And now we're going to have to make our second pit stop, so we're a bit out of kilter in terms of strategy as well, with only doing one lap on that option. So I altered my 3-stop to become a 4-stop, which meant I had a bit better tyre life in the middle of the race, in sets. Ferrari having a terrible race, being in last and second last. That's the first time I'm off the bottom of the pile, in fact when I pass Snickers. And into the pits goes Cena, so I'll slightly undercut him, but I need to do an extra pit stop. And now into the pits for the third time in the race. Here we are for another set of prime tyres. We're made up to 6th place. We're going to emerge again in last, but this time not so far behind 7th, and in fact 6th as well. Snickers has gone a bit wide and he's not going to rejoin into me. He knows that the fight is done with my newer tyres. And not too long after that, I have Cena to contend with. I'm going to try and get a better exit out of this onto the second DRS straight, perhaps taking into the triple chicane, but I've got a huge toe before I even get the DRS open. It's going to be an easy pass. The DRS supposedly overpowered at this track. I would tend to agree with that actually, because I go a bit sideways through there, but managed to keep the position. And again, Dubsy not far up the road, but about as far up the road as has been for most of the race. And with Bungie having just pitted, and Danny, this safety car saves the race for myself and Dubsy, in fact, we both have to do another pit stop, whereas most people had already done their final pit stop. And now the restart behind Danny, who was particularly badly affected by that safety car, seeing as she had to stack behind Dubsy. Hypothetically, if she hadn't have pitted, she would have been in the lead at the restart, so it would have been interesting to see what happened. But now she's unable to get past Bungie, so I decided I have to make a pass to maximise my points, because I've just realised that Zenith is in the lead. I'm going to take a big chunk of points out of me heading into the US Grand Prix. So making a movement on the outside there, taking 5th place, the highest I've been all race, setting off after the Bungie, and it's the last lap. I'm going to have some DRS assist under this first DRS state, and he puts the throttle down a bit early, kicks the rear out, and gives me a huge advantage on the straight. I'm in 4th before we even activate the DRS. Surely that's done and dusted, as I'm going to get the second DRS. Sorry, he's going to get the second DRS. No, in fact, I turn in a bit early, get a bit sideways. And everyone seems to be bottled up there, and Danny suffered from that, and Cena got past, but I've managed to hold on to my 4th position, and Zenith takes the victory. So I haven't won the championship this round. He lives to fight another day in the US Grand Prix, and we'll see you there in 2 weeks' time since there's an Australian Grand Prix break. Congratulations to Zenith. I've been Jacko.